Hello and welcome to the Cryptocurrency News channel. We're going to talk about Bitcoin rising today after Genesis filed bankruptcy. So why didn't Genesis and DCG affect the price at all? It's because everyone expected it. Everyone has been expecting it for months. I've been talking on this channel for the last 2 months or at least the last month, that I do think Genesis and DCG was going to have to file for bankruptcy. There was no way around it. And pretty much the entire crypto market thought the same thing, so it was no surprise. However, this does present some opportunities for buying, especially with Grayscale GBTC shares. I think the discount for GBTC shares is going to be the lowest or the most it's ever going to be. So if you want GBTC shares at value, I think right now is the time to buy. Let me warn you that there is a possibility that the fund basically gets liquidated. I don't think it's very high that it does, but there is a possibility, so you're taking that risk for the massive discount reward. I think it might actually be worth the risk, but the decision is yours. I'm not going to really tell you what to do there because, there is significant risk there for your money. Now, the reason it went up today is because the NASDAQ went up, and the NASDAQ actually went up more than the Dow. And I think it follows 3 days of negative movement for the stock market, and people were actually going bargain hunting. But more than that, just like we discussed yesterday night on stream, the Netflix earnings or the Netflix reports were well above expectations, with a gain of over 7 million subscribers as opposed to the 4 million actually expected. That is a gain. Shares of Netflix actually jumped 7.29%, and Netflix is one of those bellwether stocks, so that helped the NASDAQ go up. The NASDAQ is actually up 2.02%, whereas the Dow is only up 0.53%. That favors crypto because crypto favors more the NASDAQ, whereas the Fed will take its signals more from the Dow. Also, people are getting more in line with what Fed expectations are. They're getting used to interest rate hikes, and they're looking for bargains on the stock market with that stuff priced in. Also, Google laying off workers actually helped the bottom line, and since it helped the bottom line, it actually pumped NASDAQ even more. It actually jumped around 3% because it laid off a bunch of workers. Remember, workers and basically like regular employees and company profits, a lot of times they don't go hand in hand. The more you lay off, the more the bottom line is helped. So the fact that they laid off a bunch of people, that helps their bottom line. May not help them that in the future, but it does help their bottom line for right now, which boosts the stock market up, especially the NASDAQ, since it's a tech stock, and that will boost crypto up as well. So inadvertently, these job cuts, like Google cutting 12,000 jobs. I mean, it's Alphabet, but I'm just going to call it Google. Like Google cutting 12,000 jobs, it actually sent shares up 4.62%. So basically, the telecommunication services index went up 3.8% as well. So that's all affecting NASDAQ, which is indirectly affecting crypto. So crypto is definitely being affected by the stock index. And crypto has shown a lot of resilience in the last couple of days. I think after the good CPI report, and I really do think the inflation stuff was what was keeping crypto down, with the good CPI report in two consecutive months, I think people are finally seeing that, like the end of the tunnel is there, and we're mostly out of it. Even though there might be like an overall financial market recession coming up this year, it may not actually affect crypto that much. So I'm looking forward to $22,000, maybe even $23,000 this weekend, because these high growth sectors are actually functioning better than the overall market, and crypto is very much tied to those high growth sectors. And these high growth sectors like communications were some of the worst performing last year, which means that they've already been hit and people are going bargain hunting in that sector, which means more people are going to buy those stocks, which will inadvertently affect crypto. So that's the news for today. Let me know what you think. Like and subscribe. Hit that bell notifications button. Thank you and have a nice day.